Do it.
I'm glad. Yeah, we didn't do it. Oh, and then you heard about Taliban came back in town.
Yep, that's a big news story.
Dude, okay, so
People jumping on planes trying to get out.
dude, thank you. When I first saw that, I was like, this can't be real.
It reminded me of World War Z
That's exact.
when they're
Thank you.
all on the tarmac.
Yes. And they're just getting
Except
desperate.
in Jerusalem, it's in Afghanistan.
It's in Afghanistan. And but you know how many Americans they left behind?
How many?
15,000
15,000
Americans are still in Afghanistan right now.
soldiers or
I don't believe so.
intelligence officers? What?
It could be. I mean, it could be civilian contractors. It could be a bunch of different things.
Well, I saw an article about this woman who was leading the march against the Taliban, and she has a whole protest right and everything like that. And I noticed one thing, one very important thing: no guns. They didn't have any guns. They didn't have anything. I'm like, well, were you trying to do a peaceful march against the Taliban?
Where at?
It was in Afghanistan.
Maybe the Taliban wasn't there yet.
Probably not. But look it up if you can. Look up the Afghanistan march.
And then pull it up. Yeah.
Pull it up.
Let's see what we got.
Now people can see your typing skills. I wish we had a hand camera.
No.
A hand camera on watching you two-finger it.
What was it? Protest?
Yeah, say Afghanistan woman leads protest.
Okay. So far nothing, but that's okay.
Go to Cabal Street. Woman leading men in a Cabal Street protest. Can you go to images? Let's just see images. Don't play video. Yep,
Okay, so yeah. Now, and I applaud these women's bravery because when the Taliban used to run that, that'll get you killed.
Yeah, they're like, are you marching your way to the kitchen? That's what the Taliban is thinking.
Oh, dude, no. If you did not, I think they might have just picked you up and you would have been done.
Yeah, they'd be like, wait, who taught you to write?
I think they stopped. I mean, back then, I think your education stopped at like 7 years old.
Very young.
But I guess the department, I think it was the DOD, it was something like that, from the Biden administration was saying like, we're telling the Taliban that they need to incorporate women in their government. What are you going to do about it? Like, how are you going to enforce that? You're already trying to pull out.
Yeah.
And they already have our weapons.
Yeah.
I was telling you that earlier where they had like 71 Humvees, 10,000 explosive rockets, 6 jets.
And I brought up the question to you. I was like, how come when they were bailing out, they didn't destroy those things?
That was definitely an error. And I think I've heard like...
intelligence or what?
I've heard Dan Crenshaw, who's like former Navy SEAL, right? He's from Texas. But like he's also talking with a lot of the military leadership. And they said like the Department of Defense made these calls.
Wow.
And now the Taliban have like tons of military weapons and ammunition. So that's definitely a foul up. That's definitely not just on this president, but it ain't helping them.
I mean, and I hear people say, oh, well, it's not involving us. It might be one day.
Well, we said that before 9/11.
Yeah.
And can you believe there's a generation of people who weren't around for 9/11 and don't think it's a big deal?
I work with a few that don't remember it at all.
I can understand if you're born young, but some don't understand like...
Well, you're talking about 20 years ago.
Exactly, but it's also like, there's some conspiracy theorists who probably don't even believe it's real, or they don't remember know how devastating that was. Because before then it was just Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I mean now you think about it, I would have been 12, and you'd be 13.
Back then?
Yeah.
No.
Where was it?
I was in high school.
Wait, how old are you? 14. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 14. So I was a freshman in high school.
So I would have been 13.
And you were in 8th grade.
Yep.
I know when you got to do the math on, that's how we age ourselves a little bit.
God, I was trying to give us a couple of years.
Yeah, we're so young.
Wow.
So
God bless America, huh? Good thing we don't live there, dude.
Oh, dude, well, I don't know the way these mask mandates are going.
Wait, go to. I want to see the World War Z footage of Afghanistan. Can you
What do
type
you mean
in
World War Z, Afghanistan?
like when they're trying to board the planes?
That was Jerusalem.
No, I know, but
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm picking up what you're putting down. You're right.
Jesus Christ.
He-
I know. I know.
Talk better.
I know.
How do we want to put this?
Say Afghanistan airport people fleeing or people Afghanistan airport chaos. There it is.
Yep.
I don't want to see a video. Go to images. Wow.
All right. So the first one I'm going to show is like that's the plane. So that's everyone just cramped in. I think there's like 600 plus people in there, men, women, and children.
Damn.
And then
If you guys haven't searched it, I'll describe it. It looks like a can of sardines.
can of sardines would say they have more room than these people.
Okay, that's like a cattle cart.
Yeah.
Look at
Where
that shit.
But look at like
Click that one.
where they're trying to get in front of the plane. Some people got caught in landing gear. I wish I didn't see that video where you saw. I hate to say it, guys, but people were caught in landing gear and their legs were just flapping in the
I
wind.
feel like they need to show those videos.
They do.
I feel like people need to see what real fear and or mostly just real fear of what people are trying to do to survive. Because now I heard they're going door to door, Taliban, marrying, forcing underage women in marriage and make them sex slaves.
I've heard that too.
I mean,
whether or not we'll hear that in our media, because I've heard that the media is not being super critical of this administration. It is what it is, but I think we're getting a lot of stories coming out now that people are just, we fucked up.
I mean, they took it over in 3 days.
They took over in 3 days. Military was giving up their arms and hugging them.
Shame.
It's a shame, and I feel bad for the vets who served. And I know a lot of them feel like, oh,
what'd I do it for?
Well, I lost my friends because of this.
Yeah, and look what happened. Now we're giving it all back to them.
So we'll see. But I did now. Here, I gotta give the president credit where credit's due. He says we're not pulling troops out until every American is out.
Yeah. Well, let's.
But we don't got any airports left, Bubba. Like, how you gonna get them out?
Let's drop a little something. You think they could just make an airport real quick, right? It's all desert mostly.
Well,
and mountains.
You don't. Well, it can't be the ground. I imagine can't be too soft, right? Because then you're not gonna be able to move.
Yeah.
And it'll kick up stuff in the engine.
Yeah. That's true.
I say we just roll in with some Abrams. Take back the airport. Get everyone out. Tell the Taliban, hey, as long as you guys don't come in, we'll pull out. Like, we're not trying to stay.
Yeah.
And then make sure we get those tanks back.
Yeah. Do a hot drop, as I call it.
Dude, I heard there's a bunch of vets who want to go back to sort this out.
Really?
Yeah. Because they're taking it pretty personal.
I can only imagine.
And like I said, I think we should have got out. Like, I have no problems with that. I think it just wasn't handled the best. I think they tried to do it too quick.
It really does look like a scene out of fucking World War Z, huh?
It does. And like you said, dude, it's the desperation to get out.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to show this shit. I think they need to show the gritty and nasty side of this.
That's true. I wish we can share with our fans, but feel free to Google it, check it out yourselves, form your own opinions. Don't just listen to these two knockaround boys.
But we'll give you facts, but we'll give you our version and be like, listen.
Well, it's not so much version as we're going to give you what we see.
Yeah, we're not going to hide anything.
And I mean, we didn't put it on there, but we're telling you what we see. We're telling you how we feel about it. And if you can't look at this and be like, that's terrifying and terrible, I question, what do you find to be terrifying and terrible then?